Hey everyone! So after a few generations of fan edition phones from Samsung that honestly felt kinda incomplete, it looks like we finally have a version that's actually worth checking out, the Galaxy S24 FE. Let's break it down real quick. Design. Right off the bat, this thing looks a lot like the Galaxy S24 Plus. Premium vibe, flat glass back, matte aluminum frame, and three rear cameras stacked vertically with minimal bump. I've got the gray color here, which is kinda between silver and graphite. Super clean. It feels solid in hand, a bit on the heavier side, but it screams flagship. Plus, it's IP68 rated, so no worries around water. Just not the pool or ocean. Alright? That glossy back panel is Gorilla Glass Victus Plus, but I genuinely wish Samsung had gone with the matte texture you see on the S24 Ultra. Fingerprints build up fast. Still, the soft curve on the rear edges make it noticeably more comfortable than the completely boxy Galaxy A55. The aluminum frame is matte, not brushed like on an A series, so it resists scratches well, and the camera rings sit inside a sturdy metal housing that barely protrudes, meaning the phone doesn't wobble much on a desk. IP68 here is the full 1.5 meters for 30 minutes in the freshwater rating. Samsung's documentation warns that chlorinated pool water or seawater can corrode the seals, so avoid the holiday selfie temptation. You are getting a 6.7-inch dynamic AMOLED 2X screen with 120 Hz refresh rate, full HD plus resolution, and 90/100 nits brightness. No LTPO though, it's either 60 or 120 Hz. Bezels are thinner than before, especially compared to A55, and the overall quality? Super vibrant, punchy, and bright even outdoors. No complaints here. What you're looking at is essentially the same panel found on the S24 Plus, just without the LTPO layer, so it switches only between 60 and 120 Hz instead of dynamically gliding down to 1 Hz. Battery impact is minor, but it's worth noting. Bezels have been shaved, especially on the left and right, giving it a more modern face than last year S23 FE. The chin is still slightly thicker, but less distracting than the A55. Color calibration is Samsung classic, punchy yet accurate in natural mode. And HDR streaming on YouTube looks gorgeous thanks to the 8-bit driver. I had zero issues reading Twitter threads under harsh midday sun in early April. Fingerprint sensors under the display works fine, but not as fast or accurate as something like the Pixel 8 Pro. Face unlocks quick and even works in the dark thanks to the screen lighting up your face. Signal. I have been using two SIMs. Call quality is good, but the signal strength is weaker than what I've seen on Pixels or some Xiaomi's phones. We are running Android 14 with One UI 6.1. Smooth, clean, and packed with features. And here's the kicker. This is the first FE to get 7 years of updates. Also, it supports Galaxy AI features just like the flagships. That makes the S24 FE the first fan edition promised update through Android 21. Huge for resale value. Galaxy AI features such as Circle to Search, Live Translate in calls, and Note Assist for audio summaries all run exactly like they do on my S24 Ultra with no noticeable lag. Powered by Exynos 2400E, 8GB RAM, 256GB storage. Gaming, Call of Duty Mobile runs well, but yeah, gets hot. Under the hood, it's actually a tweaked Exynos 2400E, one Cortex X4 at 3.1 GHz, two Cortex A720 at 2.9, three more A720 at 2.6, and four Cortex A520 efficiency cores at 1.95 GHz, paired with an Xclipse 940 GPU based on AMD's RDNA 3. In Call of Duty Mobile, I could push ultra frame rate with medium graphics. After about 20 minutes, the frame rate dipped from 120 FPS to 95 FPS as the back reached 43 degrees Celsius. A graphite sheet and a modest vapor chamber keep throttling manageable, but heavy gamers will feel the warmth. Out of the box, you have 224 gigabytes of free storage, and UFS 3.1 speeds are snappy for 4K video editing in InShot. Battery. Samsung finally stepped it up here. 4700 mAh battery, 25 watt wired and 15 watt wireless charging. No adapter in the box, of course. In my tests, it easily lasted a full day with moderate to heavy use. Charging to 50% takes about 26 minutes, and to full, around 1 hour 15 minutes. Samsung finally bumped capacity by 200 mAh over this S24 FE. My real world rundown: off the charger at 6 a.m. Lots of Spotify over Bluetooth, an hour of Instagram Reels, 20 minutes editing Instagram clip, constant VPN, 2 SIMs active in a weak signal area, and I still had 64% at noon and 17% by 9 p.m. A quick top-up got me through to midnight. 0 to 50% takes just 26 minutes with a 25 watt PPS charger. A full charge is about 1 hour 15. Wireless tops out at 50 watts. Stereo speakers are loud, but they don't quite match iPhones in clarity. Still, they get the job done. Cameras. You have got 50 megapixel main with OIS, 12 megapixel ultra wide, and 8 megapixel telephoto with 3x zoom. In daylight, photos are sharp with excellent colors and dynamic range. Ultra wide matches the main lens really well. Zoom is decent at 3x, but anything beyond, like the 30x digital zoom, it's just... Portrait mode is solid, up to 2x. At 3x, edge detection gets messy. Low light shots are great even without night mode, but with night mode on, it's chef's kiss. Selfies? A bit noisy. Nothing special. Final thoughts. This might be the most complete FE phone yet. Great display, solid performance, improved battery life, flagship features, all at the more reasonable price. I'd give it a solid 9 out of 10. In fact, I'd call it the first FE that genuinely offers flagship polish at a mid-range price. It's the one of the easiest recommendation of 2025, especially when the rivals like Xiaomi's phone lack the 7-year update promise and Google's mid-rangers can't match Samsung's versatile triple camera setup. If you can live with a warm chassis during intense gaming and you are not an audiophile fixated on speaker fidelity, the Galaxy S20 FE is an absolute joy to use. For everyone who skipped the S21 FE and side-eyed the buggy S23 FE, this is the redemption arc we were waiting for. Let me know what games or cameras tests you want to see next. And don't forget to like, comment, and sub if you found this helpful. Thank you.